Oh, it has the power.
Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. It's been a while since I've been this excited. I'm so excited that I even got the light on the back on this side. Same color as my shirt. Even if this one is like not as clean as it should be. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm very excited. The reason why I'm so excited today is because by the way, this video is being filmed on the 4th of October 2021. This just arrived. I think you should know, or I think that you know what this is, but before I even tell you what that is, so a couple of months ago, Tom Heiser, the marketing manager and one of the guys that works at product development at Rollerblade, sent me an Instagram message. By the way, my Instagram is this, asking me if I would like to try the new Rollerblade skates coming out in October 2021. Here we are, October 4th. There was a couple of pictures floating around. I think you already know what's in this box. If you didn't, well, here you go. This is the new Rollerblade Blank SK. Blank is a new division inside Rollerblade. From what I know, it's just for aggressive skating. I might be wrong, it might be also for urban skating. But if I'm not mistaken, Blank is just for aggressive skating. And this is the first skate since Rollerblade made that. Blank is actually a division. Blank used to be like the blank liners of Rollerblade and all that. Now it seems like the whole skate, it's the Rollerblade Blank, like a whole line. They have their own separated marketing. They even have an Instagram account and all that. But you might be interested about what's inside. So what's inside is actually one of my favorite skaters pro skate. And that is from Sean Keane. I met Sean Keane around 2002, the first time I went to California. He was a very tiny kid that used to do sit-down torques just like nothing. I think it's called the Clipper Ledge, the school in San Francisco that has like a huge gap, like a kink ledge that Chris Farmer did, 360 Soul and Putt Slide the second one, and Billy O'Neill did the whole gap. Like a couple of meters away from that, there's like a very tall ledge that I remember Sean Keane doing like a back torque up, but that thing was so tall compared to him. I think even now I couldn't do it because it would be too tall for me, and Sean Keane was like this and he could do it. I was with Ollie Short at the time, and a couple days later Sean Keane was trying alley-oop topside torque soul in a ledge in what was that? In San Jose, like a super steep, like around 20 stair ledge, super steep on the side, like it was gnarly. And I remember, who's this kid? This is amazing. And here we are 19 years later, and I'm opening a box with a pair of skates from Sean Keane. By the way, today is the 15th of October 2021, and it's the day of the official release of the Sean Keane Blank Pro Skate by Rollerblade. And it's amazing. It looks so good. So in case you didn't know, there used to be a skate that came around the mid-2000s from Rollerblade called the Solo Skate. This is it. I really like it, and a lot of skaters really like it. And if you look at these skates, they are very similar. If you look from the back, you'll see that they are similar. If you look from the side, they don't look as similar for two reasons, which I'll get there. And if you look from the front, they also look very similar. Now, there's actually three reasons why they don't look that close from the side. One of them, well, some people didn't really like the Solo because of the holes that they had. Back then, urban skating wasn't such a thing. I remember a lot of people saying that, oh, it looks like a fitness skate because it has all those holes. I really like it. It used to have the holes, and nowadays, check what they did with the mold. It's super clean. It looks super nice. Then, there's more stuff. If you look at the sole plate, look at that. That's like the best thing they've done to this skate. And I'm talking about these because I'm recording this video before I skate them, obviously. By the time that you're watching this video, I'm being ready to release a review probably tomorrow. So if you didn't subscribe to this channel, now it's the time to, and press on that bell so you'll get a notification on the video that comes next with the review of the Blank Sean Keane skate. Sole plate is completely different, and also the cuff. Look at the cuff. Obviously not all skates from the Solo area were the same. Example, this one have riveted cuffs, it had riveted strap, it has a strap on top. This was more of an entry-level Rollerblade Solo, and this is a Pro Blank skate. There was also Pro Solo skates that had like removable cuffs. Some of them had like a a ratchet buckle. There was some differences, but in general, they all had the same shell with these holes. They all had this sole plate that for some people it broke. Some people had problems with this sole plate, even if there's something amazing about these skates I will speak about right after. And some people also didn't like the cuff for some reason. I never really had a problem with the cuff. But looking at these, which is what's important today, look, there's a lot of buckle protection. The buckle doesn't seem like the strongest one, but it's so protected here that it doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. It has a removable strap, but check this out, 3 bolts on the outside. There's no rotation here happening. Even when you take this out, there's no rotation happening to this strap. This is quite cool. Then the sole plate. The sole plate, when you look at these, you might think that this sole plate is just like every aggressive skate, meaning that it's just a sheet of plastic that goes like the ham on a sandwich, where the boot is the bread and the frame is the bread. That's not what's happening here. They made something completely different. This sole plate, it's not just a piece of cheese on a sandwich. Check this out. I already unscrewed these ones. And this is what's happening. Like, if you unscrew the frame, what you got is like in the middle, this hole that you see here, that's the boot. So the frame is actually coming on the boot. You are bolting the frame onto the boot, and this sole plate is just around. This is amazing in my opinion, because in a time and era that a lot of people really want to use bigger wheel frames and frames like the Wish frames or even like the Solar frames. A lot of people want to skate flat, and not everyone is able to skate with such tall frames for some tricks. When your frame is inside the boot, that it's like having a lower frame, and that is amazing. I really like that. This is something that I really like. I don't know if it's because of these, but by having them connected in the front and in the back, to start with, it looks a lot cleaner, but it's also for sure a lot more resistant. I don't know, I haven't skated them yet, but I believe that these are going to be a lot stronger than these, and there was a couple of problems. Also, of course, I know there was some input on the design of this skate by Kyle Sola, and we all know that Kyle Sola is the man when it comes to designing products in inline skates, so a lot of people really love what he's doing. I believe that a lot of people will like this. Once again, I haven't skated him yet, and I'm going to need to skate him. Something that I think is very interesting is, look at this. This skate comes flat. 4 wheels, 60 millimeters, 4 rollerblade hydrogen wheels. These are apparently very high quality wheels. These are made in USA. Whoa! They're so fast. They are 60 millimeters 92A with a round profile. A lot of people might know these wheels. If you don't know the Rollerblade hydrogen wheels, you might know the undercover wheels. It's one of the most popular 60 millimeter wheels on the market, the hydrogen and the undercover. So I don't really know what bearings come in here. My old man eye don't allow me to see. I think it's twin cam. You're gonna need to go check the spec sheet because my eyes don't allow me to. I'm 40 years old. Anyway, so it comes with these wheels flat, but also inside the box, anti-rockers. So, just like on the old Rollerblade Tarmac CEs, when you buy these skates, you can just customize them very easily and just boom, you stick the anti-rockers and you go from flat to anti-rocker in the same frame. I haven't skated this frame for flat, but I've heard a lot of people saying that it's an amazing frame for flat skating. So yeah, should be good. These frames come with these aluminum washers, which is obviously something that you are going to appreciate if you want more speed, because there was a time that some brands were playing a lot with plastic washers or without any aluminum washers on the frames, and then some of them were forced to go back to making aluminum washers frames. So yeah, this is what you get. A bit of noise, but that's what you get when you skate anti-rocker. So that's very cool. The frames, check this out. I've been skating these skates with these frames, and these frames, these are the Entente frames. When I first showed these frames on this channel or even on my Instagram, which by the way, the Instagram is this, a lot of people said right away, oh, I know those are the Rollerblade axles. They're not the same, but they're very similar. Triangular shape, which is actually very smart. Some people tried with very different shapes, like the ground control of that thingy and 50-50 as the rectangle. The truth is, this triangle thing has a lot more surface against the plastic, so it's a lot harder to strip. So I really like it. I really like it, but I haven't skated it. So now, what you might be very interested in seeing still is the liner. So the liner, according to Rollerblade on their Instagram, they also had some help from Kyle Sola. They said industrial design by Kyle Sola. This is it. I already made a video opening this box and like first impressions for my members. And when I made that video, I was saying that this liner reminds me of a couple of different things. Like the sole reminds me of the Ryan liners. Then this front area remind me of some MyFit liners. But then they still use these honeycomb like material that Rollerblade uses in a lot of their liners. The inside, it's of course what you would expect from a new skate coming out in 2021. You know, like the intuition-like material. Then the back, you see this material like this silicone line. It's the same thing used on the Rose's RL1 liner. I like it a lot. I like the lacing that they have fast lacing here, where usually you have the laces from the boot. See, the laces come all the way here. So underneath you have a fast lacing, meaning that you can pull from the top without needing to move these laces. These in theory, that's what's going to happen. And then on top you can of course have a little bit more grip with the laces. The tongue, it's a bit thicker than the Intuition if you were wondering. This liner, I wouldn't say that it looks like an Intuition or it feels like an Intuition, but I'm pretty sure after the amount of time they put into this liner, it's going to be pretty amazing. I put my foot on the skate, a complete skate just like that. It felt really comfortable, but I need to skate them to give better feedback, so watch the video tomorrow. Now, something that I also realized right away was, I was curious about this, so check this out. This is boot with strap, sole plates and laces, and this one even has the screws here. I mean, you can't see it, but it's 910 grams. I don't know how much that is in ounces. Now, this is sole plate, straps, laces, and let me just take these, which we'll talk in a second. That one also didn't have that, so it's just the way it was, that one. 1 kilo, 150 grams. It's almost 240 grams heavier. You feel it a bit, but I don't think it's a heavy skate at all. On the numbers, it's heavier, but I guess that's what you get. You guys wanted all the holes covered, now the holes are covered. You got a heavier skate. They had problems with the sole blades breaking, so they had to make a new system. This might be it. It looks super sturdy. Now, this is also the shock absorber that comes on the skate. It looks very stiff to me, but I think that's what you want. It's like stiff, but it's not plastic. It's going to make his job. You don't want something super soft here, because otherwise it's just gonna go through it, and it's still gonna hurt your feet if you're gonna do big gaps, which I don't, by the way. Then on the inside, this is also a very good one. The insole that you got here has these gray material, and this gray material is it's some hard material. I don't really know what this is. It looks almost like plastic, this grayer part, to keep the shape on the inner sole, and that's very important because you want your insole to do like a cup on your heel. It's very important to give you enough support in order to give you the stability and to handle impact. Even to handle impact is very important to have an insole that is wrapped around your heel, and this does it. It doesn't look like it's one of those with gel, which I'm not really a big fan of that. It's not very thick. It's very cool. This skate was presented today. It's only going to be in shops around the first week of November, but until 2022, around spring 2022, early summer 2022, this skate will only be available in 3 sizes. 8, 8.5, one size, 9, 9.5, another size, and 10, 10.5, another size. If you are not in these sizes, you need to wait until those times. Late spring, early summer 2022 to be able to get a pair of the blank skates. Now, I said 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, and 8, 8.5. How do you go from one size to the other? Well, check this out. It says 270, 275. Here's the thing. This is the boot. The insole is out. If I put this little piece under the insole, then I got a 270 millimeter skate. If I put the insole without it, so I take it out, I put the insole in, and now I got a 275 millimeters. With me being 274 millimeters. This is perfect. So now you know, you use a little insole of a different material. It's like a little, it's hard to explain what this is. It's more of a fabric than a plastic. It's like felter. I don't know if you can say that. And that is it. The new Rollerblade blank Sean King skate is now officially presented also here on this channel. So make sure to watch the video tomorrow. I'll have a review on these after skating them for about 2 weeks, and I should be able to at least give you some feedback. Until now, they feel great, they look amazing, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to this channel because you want to watch the video tomorrow. Make sure to press on that bell to get the notifications every time I upload one of these. And if you want to become a member so you can see me unboxing these things right on the day that I get them, like on the 4th of October that I'm getting these, well, just press on that join. You will be able to watch a lot of exclusive content that I do just for members. But if you're not, you're more than welcome to still watch all these videos, and I'm very grateful for all of you guys watching these. And now, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down, but let me know in the comments what you didn't like about this video. And like I always say, more important than anything else, just don't ever forget why we all started skating, and that is because it's fun. Now cheers and see you soon. I even run out of battery in the back. That was too long. Cheers.
So